fucking love getting laid. I grew
best.
a lot. I grew a lot.
Dude, getting laid is the best, though. Have you noticed the end?
It's my second favorite part.
The men are horny. You're here at the Endless Honeymoon podcast with Moshe.
Jay Larson, our guest.
Jay Larson.
The hilarious.
I love being here with you guys.
Old
charming.
friend and guest. I wish we hung out with you more. You're a great dad.
You're wearing
Thank you.
bling-in new shoes.
You look good. Your glasses are fly.
Fly?
Flawless.
Do we
And
still say fly?
I say whatever I want.
Natasha's
We know that.
Natasha's post-woke.
I'm post-woke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So also I want to say you're back on the market.
I know.
That's exciting. You're a catch.
You're
I
a
think
catch.
so.
Great dad, instant family, funny,
Wait,
values.
that's a catch? Instant family?
Yeah.
Thank you, because that is one thing you find out
He
real
has
quick.
3 kids. That's a
Two
lot of
kids.
kids.
Two.
Oh, good. Okay, I
Two.
thought you had.
No, you
can,
got 3.
All of a sudden, women were like, "Oh, only 2. Nice play, Natasha."
Wait, you really only have 2?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
3. I thought you had 3 kids because I have a friend who's divorced with 3 kids, and it's kind of like, I don't know.
No matter what, if you're single and my age or around my age and someone's got 2 kids, they're just like, oh, this woman the other day goes, oh, so you really don't have time for anything. And I go, yeah, I have time. Like 50% of the time, I don't have my kids. And she goes, yeah, but 50% of the time you do. And I was like, oh, that's a good point.
Which she
But
wants to
also
spend
it's a
100% of the time with
Bit
you.
of a red flag. She's like, I want all of it. I
She
want
wants all
all
your
the
time.
time.
Well, she's saying, who knows of your time? Either way.
What are you looking for in a woman?
Yeah, what do you got?
We just jump right into it like that.
Well,
You can have a sip of Diet Coke first.
The one thing I found, because I was with someone for a while that I was really into, that I don't think they had a lot of this, is vulnerability.
That's what you want.
I really like vulnerability.
you know who's
I'm not very
incredibly
vulnerable.
vulnerable? Is my wife. She's
Really?
just such an emotionally vulnerable, open. There's just a degree of just. Do you know her, Natasha Leggero?
Oh, I don't find vulnerability in Natasha Leggero.
I don't.
what?
I
I don't
definitely don't
either.
lead with it.
Nor do you close with it.
I don't even know if she middles with it.
All right, so I'm not suited for you.
No.
Good. That's good.
Okay,
Moshe's
so
right there.
I'm happy.
vulnerability
Put it this way.
more than beauty.
Nah.
No, you know what?
More than a thick ass? Vulnerability or a thick ass?
Can I give you a line like, with this last woman? She goes, are you a boob guy or like a butt guy? And I was so into her. I'm like, I'm just a you guy.
That's a good line.
And I totally was. The things that I had been in previously, it didn't matter because she had them all. But I will say,
Are you boobs or butt?
I'm not.
Moshe's butt. No, you're either
butt.
boobs or butt.
I mean, honestly, I'm like every guy in that the answer is both.
Whatever's
please.
there.
Yes, please.
Oh, yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but if I had to choose, I choose butt.
I think butt maybe, but beauty is very important to me because some people are like, well, is that materialistic? I'm like, if I can't look at you,
Yeah.
I got to be able to look at you
What do you-
all the
Put
time.
some makeup on, okay, bitch?
No,
When you
I
beca-
love
you become a New
no
York
makeup.
comic suddenly. Well, I gotta look at you.
No, but I'm dead
gotta-
serious. Base level.
Okay,
You gotta-
okay, I get it. She should be as attractive as you are, which is very
for
attractive.
someone who cares so much about interior design, you should know. Like you want to feel comfortable in your home.
No,
Of course.
That's the thing. And Natasha
I
only
painted
cares
this
about
green
what's on the
screen by
inside.
myself.
Unbelievable, Natasha.
That was a good riff that we missed.
No one can see it.
I know that's true. It's my Hermes wallpaper.
Oh, this Hermes wallpaper here?
Yeah.
This green screen?
Okay, vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
Yeah, I like vulnerability. I mean, I didn't know we were talking about like
don't
looks
have
are
to.
important to
Talk
me
about it.
because I really love beauty. I found that like before boobs, before butt, before body, face is super. I just love being able. I look at someone. I don't know.
Whites only.
No,
Portia.
I
You've
honestly
always
think
said
I'll
that
never.
privately. You know,
And publicly, remember that one time?
yeah. That was a weird night, Jay.
Okay, vulnerability.
I like
adventure.
vulnerability. I like confidence. I like someone who's artistic for sure.
Uh-huh.
I love an artistic. I was raised by a very artistic mom, and so I love a woman who's artistic. I like confidence. Obviously, I think everybody does.
I think I need artistic too.
I
I
think
think
if
if
you-
someone's like
Well,
too
but you got autistic.
Jay,
Too
Jay,
easy.
Jay.
It was.
It was good though. It was fun.
decent.
it was with a New York accent. I wanted him to be autistic.
But you fucked around and got autistic. I think of you as a very artistic guy. Obviously, all of us in stand-up are artists in some ways, but
Yeah.
you've never been satisfied to just be a stand-up. You're like directing constantly and writing shorts and doing all this kind of. You've got a keen eye. And do you paint?
No.
You just were at that art
Scoville
opening.
and Thune, they both paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I what?
You were at that art opening. Remember
Yeah,
we saw
for
you at an art
Thune, I
opening?
helped him hang his stuff.
Look at you.
Kevin Christie too, artist.
Right.
All three.
Successful artist.
Really fun. I have all their artwork in my home.
That's so cool. You're like a patron of the comedians who
I
are
love
also
it.
artists.
Yeah, I love it. And then I love having my kids' art next to their art on the wall. I think it's like
I've got a lot of comedians art. None of them, but I got a lot of comedians
like
art.
the talented people.
I've got a Cosby.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I've got a Dalia. I've got a CK.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have like a salon wall at your house that
Yeah.
you add to?
I don't add to it. It's full.
It's full. So what happens when your kid comes home with the new?
Well, right now, like I have 4 pieces of theirs on the salon wall, 2 Kevin Christie's, Thune, Rory's on the other wall, and then the kitchen I have like one of each of their self-portraits that they did with a little light over it.
But what happens when they bring new stuff home?
They're not bringing, they're 10 and 11, so they're not really bringing some, it'll find places, but it's got to like stand out,
I have a memory of when I was a kid of my mom. Was your mom super loving? Seems like she was. Yeah?
Not
No?
really.
Okay, no. Okay, great. Sorry to bring that up.
She's a cool hang though. Hey, Mom. She is. She's a cool hang, but like, I will, in her defense, she's a single mom of 4 at 27.
Yeah.
My dad was gone.
The main thing he wants in a relationship is the vulnerability that
My
his
mom
mother
didn't
did
have the
not
space to love. You know what I mean? Like she
Yeah.
had no time.
I'm
And-
vulnerable with my child.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's great. That's good. I'm jealous of her in more than one way. But my mom was a love gavager, it was like
Too much?
waterboard. And I realized
She waterboarded you with,
With
love.
love.
no, really.
Well, it's like love bombing, right?
Yeah, she was the original
Love Bomb by
bomber.
Mom. There's your
Love
next book.
She's a terrible hang though. But I realized one day that a lot of the praise was false, and I remember I scribbled something on Simon Amstel. Weirdly, has a bit about the same thing, and he must have had the same kind of mom. But I scribbled something like a piece of crap art and went and showed my mom. And I was like, "What do you think of this?" And she's like, "Oh, I love it." And I was like, "You're fucking busted, dude. Like, I know this is bad, you know?"
Dude, you know what? It's so funny. Kids know so much at young ages that we don't give them credit for. My mom and my brother don't talk, and we were home for Christmas one day. And my daughter knows this. I'm very honest with my kids. And we're getting ready to go into Boston to see my brother because, like, I'm open with everyone. Like, I'm seeing Adam, And my daughter's tying her shoe. She's sitting on the floor, and she looks at my mom. She goes, "Why aren't you coming into the city?" And she goes, "Oh, I have this to do and that to do." And my daughter goes, "Okay." And then she walked away, and I look at my mom. I go, "She knows you just lied to her." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "She just tested you, and now she knows that you'll lie to her."
That's wild.
How old were you
crazy.
when you remember busting your mom?
Well, how old's your daughter? I wonder if
She's now 10. At the time, she was 5.
I was probably maybe 5 or 6 years old.
Wow, that's very
I
sophisticated.
was just wondering if that's the age you start these tests.
No,
of
let me
like,
tell you something. The day the kid is born, the day we're born, we are just as intelligent as we'll ever be in our life. Our brain, you're never getting when you buy a car off the lot, unless you put something into it, it's going to be the same engine, right?
Right.
Now we can get smarter and learn things, but your brain still works the same.
Right.
So we undervalue and under-respect kids so much because they know everything that you're talking about. Like
Right.
their intelligence is already there. So like that's why at young ages you either see it sometimes or you don't, but like they're already they know everything.
yeah,
They know everything.
scary.
Yeah, my daughter told me the other day that the robots will be the robots' pets.
Yikes. What is she reading Dostoevsky at home?
No, and we don't even. I don't talk about robots.
She's observing the observable universe.
Yeah.
Well, because they don't have phones, so I do think like I was talking to Chelsea Handler was talking to me about this. She was citing that autistic thing, or what was that thing we listened to about the kids?
Oh, the autism tapes or whatever. You heard about this?
No.
It's about these children who are autistic. It's a podcast. These children who are autistic who are displaying, this is going to be hard to believe, extrasensory perception, like reading their
psychic-
parents' mind. They're
psychic
nonverbal
things.
autistic kids, but they're doing these like crazy,
I get that.
double-blind
So when
telepathy.
something's-
The telepathy tapes is what it's
Yeah,
called.
and so when something's suppressed, you all of a sudden have more
100%.
sensory activity happening. And then I think additionally, our daughter's age, they don't have phones.
Yeah.
So they're more tuned in to what's happening because they're not distracted by their phones.
This is a problem Natasha and I
Yet.
often have. My daughter will say something, she'll declare something, and Natasha, because she's a kid and it feels like this font of innocence and purity, will think that it's like the Matrix Oracle being like, we all die in Bakersfield in the year 2017. Like she takes it as if God has transmitted something to her. And I'm like, that's possible, but it's also possible she's just babbling because she's a child and doesn't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like staying open to any of it being real.
You
Because I believe that, like, we don't know anything right now, you know. So I love all that. There are times that, like, I remember when my daughter was really young, my son would ask a question about something, and my ex and I would be like, oh, I don't know. And my daughter would give what she thought the answer was, and we'd look at each other and be like, that could be right. She's just like, she goes A to Z so quick.
Yeah.
And we also just found out, like, she just got diagnosed with dyslexia, and
So she really does go A to Z.
We'll be right back, guys. Yeah, dude. But so what we've realized is, because she doesn't have that, she's so attuned everywhere else.
It's the same concept.
It's the same idea.
Right.
And she also just has a really keen ability to go quickly through things. And again, people can observe stuff and then come up with their own hypothesis. And because they might be at a high intellect, it might be right. So.
But that's what's so interesting about things like disability or learning disabilities. Like your brain, obviously there's a certain level at which it becomes detrimental. But most of the time, when you have something like dyslexia, or I had a bunch of fucked up shit, your brain will move.
I read your book.
Your brain will move into where it is being rewarded. And so your brain starts to, everybody does this. Your brain or your body starts to move into the places where it's getting positive reinforcement. So you start to build that part of your muscle. So yeah, I'm sure she has insight that's informed by that.
On to another thing, back to your thing about no phones, like not having phones. My kids don't have phones. And
they're what age?
11 and 10.
Are they bothering you about it yet?
No, hell no.
They're
We've
not-
already told them.
they're not
What did you tell them?
That they don't get one till 8th grade.
8th grade.
It should be freshman year. It should. That's what the guy said. Who wrote The Anxious Generation? They said wait till 8 because
right.
it rhymes, but that's still early puberty, and you shouldn't have social media until the first
you
year
can
of
still
high
have a phone
school.
and not have social media. You
Right.
can get a dumb phone.
Right.
which
Well,
is
I'm just saying you should make that distinction. Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. But social media is not even like, they don't even look at like Instagram or TikTok or any of that shit.
Are they boy? No, you have a girl. She doesn't want to look at Instagram? The girl, she doesn't know about it?
No, what would she need to look at it for? She paints, gets up and draws in her room and comes out with paintings, and I get her watercolor kits and I just keep art.
Is she in public school?
Yeah.
Does she not have pressure
No.
from the other kids' screen ability?
You know what we do? I remember
access?
I remember like going to pick her up at school in 3rd grade, and we're going to pick her up, and her best friend comes out, and we're waiting for her brother, and her best friend goes to her grandfather. Grandfather gives her his phone. She goes over and sits by herself, and I'm sitting there, and I go, that's your best friend, right? She goes, yeah. I go, look it. I go, she is so consumed with that and doesn't want anything else. And she goes, I know, I noticed that. And I'm like, that's why you don't need it. Like, you need to be around people learning. Like, we just constantly reinforce it.
Okay, but can I please download the watermelon game?
No, she has no idea about a watermelon game.
Well, your daughter is cool too.
She's
an
dope.
interesting-
Kind of sounds like you're killing it.
She sews.
I mean, this is amazing. Maybe this is a case for co-parenting because you have more time to lay down
By the way,
law how you want it.
Every time I see Natasha, she says that to me.
Something about this is a case for co-parenting?
No, she'll always go, oh my God, you love having 50% of the time to yourself.
No, I
Jay,
don't.
what the fuck are you doing? Why even bring
Yes,
that up?
you do, Natasha.
Even if
No, I
it's
don't.
true.
I'm just trying to make you feel
like,
better
oh.
about your divorce.
I love the idea of Natasha coming up to you and be like, so you don't, no partner at all?
It's like
Just-
porn for me.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. I'm like, what are you and Natasha talking about? Nothing, man. We're
Oh,
good.
no.
You can cut this out, but are you guys like, do you have like rules that you both have to adhere to when you're co-parenting? Or
In what
do
way?
they do it? Do they get to do it this way at their house?
Oh, no, we are very much on the same page
That's
with
nice.
most stuff. There's not really anything that like, and we talk like, I mean, we either talk or text like almost every day. We have a really good co-parenting situation.
so
She's
vital.
awesome. She's an awesome person. She's wonderful.
That's so great.
your
Yeah,
parents
she's a great
divorced?
mom. Yeah, my dad left when I was 2 years old.
There's
Did
no
they hate each
amicable
other there?
divorces
Huh?
in the 80s.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Is like,
Oh,
my
no.
parents were divorced and they hated each
they
other.
all
their whole
hated
life.
each other in
I
the
saw
80s.
my parents in a room together twice in my whole life.
Yeah,
How did we
my
short-circuit
parents
that?
too.
How did we figure? Did we just? It maybe comes back to what you're talking about. How
They
kids
all
are just
hate each other.
Yeah.
But I'm
all
saying,
our parents.
Like kids are just intelligent. I knew, even as a little boy, this is not the way this should be.
Yeah.
This relationship shouldn't be operating with this level of toxicity.
Yeah. I just think your kids I care, and so does my ex, care so much about our kids that whatever it is between us, we would never let that get in the way of them feeling love and feeling like the world is a safe place for them.
But do you think
No
our parents
place.
cared less? I don't think my parents cared less.
They weren't emotionally aware. They were
Right.
so fucking narcissistic about
Yes.
themselves.
And they were
because-
younger.
Oh, yeah, they were younger. They were just idiots.
consumed
They
with
were
their own
horrible
emotional
parents.
process. Yeah.
Their own bad choices.
I have this memory, speaking of like otherworldly maturity as a little kid, of being maybe 4 or 5 years old and hearing the same story from my mom and dad. And one, would be the villain in one and one would be the villain in the other. And having a conscious thought of, I'm being lied to by at least one of these parents, and it's probably both.
Yeah, dude.
And I remember that thought.
Put it this way: we have 2 houses. So I talk to my kids all the time. Like, yeah, you have 2 houses. That's your life. I go, you have a friend who has 2 dads. You have a friend who has 2 moms. You have a friend who doesn't see their dad.
You probably
I go,
have other friends who have 2 houses.
Yeah, everyone has a different life, you
Yeah.
know? But like anytime they ask me about anything like that they might want to do or blah, 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 I go, yeah, that cool. But I got to talk to mom about it. I always say like, it's always like, that's always going to be a discussion. They know, even though there's 2 houses, we are going to communicate about it. Or I'll go, hey, you know what mom told me and XYZ happened, huh? Can we talk about that a little bit? And then they'll confide in me. I'm like, I appreciate you telling me that. I'm like, I'm going to let mom know too, you know?
Was that instinctual for you guys, or did you go to a coach?
We went to
I just have a lot of friends going through it, and it's not going this well.
Yeah, we went to a child therapist before while we were breaking up. Like, what do we tell them?
Nice.
You know, so the first thing she said was, you tell them, hey, this is the decision we're making for the family, and we think it's best for the family, and this is what it's going to be. It's not an open discussion. It's just like, this is what's happening. We did that. We decided on a lot of things. We also put into our mediation, like, we would never introduce anyone to the kids, like someone we're dating, without introducing them to the ex first.
Whoa.
Not for approval, but so that when the kids go back, they can be like, Dad's got a girl. I'm like, I know, I met her. She's great. Or I met him. He's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, that was something.
I met him. He fucking sucks.
Yo, that dude, he'll hit you.
Still true?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm not 20 years, but in 5 years, you would still do it?
Oh, of course.
Until they're both 18,
My
basically.
kids mean more to me than anyone. And if there was a woman that like wasn't cool with that, I'd be like, oh yeah, we're probably not a good fit.
No, I'm saying like that feels like an agreement you come to early on in a separation.
Yeah.
And then as years go by.
No,
but
I would
guess hear
never
what
skip
you're
that
saying.
step.
It's about everybody having the same competence.
It's about them going to her house
Yeah,
or my
that
house
makes
and
sense.
feeling safe in the world that they're in.
And
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
that
yeah.
date like with your ex-wife and the girl that you?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, you know?
Oh,
It's never
okay.
That's the
happened.
next level.
This last woman who I dated was the only woman I've ever introduced my kids to. I'm like, I need to know someone's in
so
my
you
life.
had to have the date with.
Yeah, but
You didn't introduce them to any of the massage therapists?
No, not a single one.
Yeah,
I
wow.
mean, in passing, but not like. But no, I had said, I'm dating this woman. I'd love you to meet her. She's like, oh yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, let's make that happen. And then some time went by, and I go, hey, I don't expect you to be on my schedule, nor do I expect that you think I would be on yours. But I'd really like to introduce her to the kids, and she's like, you know what? Go ahead. It's okay without me. It's enough that I know her name and who she is. So when they tell me, I can be like, I know, Dad told me. And I was like, great. And
That's
so,
awesome. She
yeah.
sounds really.
Oh, she is. She's
cool.
She's a great person. Yeah. She's
You're like
awesome.
really emotionally mature and kind of a catch, I'm feeling. I'm not kidding. I mean, I didn't love some of the riffs you did at my expense earlier in the podcast, but the more I'm listening to you, I'm like, yeah, you feel pretty evolved.
I appreciate that. I mean, we're always working on it, right? We're never
But the
going to
proof is in the pudding too, because your kids are cool.
Yeah.
My
right.
kids are rad.
Does anybody think their kids aren't rad though? I guess some people must.
No, I mean, I think maybe like your kids can be dickheads and, but that's, one of my least favorite things people will say to you, like what people with older kids, they're like, oh my God, it's going to go so fast. And I'm like, I don't subscribe to that.
Yeah,
I'm
tell
like,
me more.
I'm engaged.
Yeah.
So whenever they get older, they get a little older. And then they go, well, just wait till they're teens. They're not going to want to be around you. And this woman said that to me when I was with my kids. And we got home and I was just with my son and I go, you know what part of my job is, bro? And he goes, what? I go, to give you space so that you can grow, so that you don't want more space from us. I go, as you get older, I'm going to give you more space
Right.
so that you have it. I want you to explore. I'm sending him he's going to Machu Picchu in spring break with
Say that
with
to
the
Fred.
school class.
With who?
With the school.
Whoa.
40
Say that
kids.
To who?
To Fred,
Fred?
our kid.
Oh, Fred. I'm like I would know that shorthand that you made up in real time. That's brilliant what you're saying, because what you're saying is like I mean, it's pretty obvious also. It's like the more you cling, the more space
You
they
want
will
to
need.
get away, yeah.
If you give them the space, then whatever space you leave, they will come into.
You hope. Like I moved to the beach to give us a little more rustic adventure.
Yeah.
So like on Saturday mornings, sometimes I'm like, you guys go to the coffee shop and grab me a coffee. And they go and they come back and I go, how was it? And they go, well, we walked down the boardwalk and 2 people were screaming at each other. So we took the alley. I'm like, always take the alley. It's safer. And like, they're like, I'm giving them responsibility. I give them space. You know, like people, it's funny to me. People will give their kids a phone, but they won't let them go to the store on their own. Or they won't let them walk home, but they give them a phone. It's like, what are you think you're doing?
That is the premise of that book, The Anxious Generation, is that for the last 20 years, people have become protective of their children in the outside world when the actual danger of the outside world has diminished, and permissive in the digital world where the danger in the digital world has spiked.
My God, yeah.
So, yeah, I do the same thing. I send my kid to like 7-Eleven with a note saying, please give her cigarette. I need cigarettes. And like
Zyn pouches,
I
tobacco
need some
flavor,
Zyn,
8
that's right.
milligram.
Yeah, they're not even nicotine.
I said 8 milligram.
We used to do that when I was a kid. We would write a fake note because we wanted cigarettes.
Yeah.
And we would go to like the Shell station and give them a note like, I'm disabled and I sent my kids to buy cigarettes. And then that's how we would get
And it's
cigarettes.
just written all jacked up like a
In
kid.
graffiti.
That's
All right.
wild.
Well, listen, should we take a call?
Yeah, this has been good. You have a lot of wisdom, Jay.
I appreciate it.
I feel like Moshe's going to do that now with Fred.
Well, I don't feel like clingy with our kid.
Well,
Do you feel like I'm clingy with our
sometimes
kid?
I think that we kind of like.
Fuck you, Natasha.
Whoa.
I feel like we.
What?
You feel defensive, that's all.
No, I'm not being. Fuck you, Jay. I'm not being defensive.
She's an only child, and we're both around her a lot.
Yeah.
And I think we both like
I've
pick
spent
at
time
her
with her.
in our own ways. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
But do you think I'm clingy with her?
no. I'm just saying. I think we both are like.
It's okay. I'm open to this. Like, what? I don't think of myself in that way. Tell me. Be honest. I don't care.
I think we all have levels of what our clinginess is. Like my daughter, she doesn't like you to like, she doesn't want to get loved on.
Oh,
you know what I
really?
mean? Whereas my son will just like hold you. And my son, the other night, my son goes, oh, Dad, I love you so much. And I go, I love you too, buddy. He goes, and then he goes, are we with you this weekend? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, I'm really looking forward to spend time with you. I'm like, oh, buddy, me too. He's a very sweet dude.
Oxytocin spike. You're just like, I'm high.
Oh, it just feels so good. But then
Yeah.
I have to like, you know, he's okay. He'll allow you to like love. My daughter, you know, she just doesn't like you to like love on her too hard, you know, at least me.
Yeah,
She
well-
might with her mom, you know.
I do jokes. I'll say things like, I mean, it's all humor with, I'm sure it is with your kids too. But I'm like, you're not going to get, I mean, this is the clingy, but it's a joke. I'll say to my daughter, you're not going to like get older and be like, Dad, I just want to be with my friends, right? You're going to want to like always hang out with Dad. And she'll be like, no. And I'm like, come on, please. I go, never leave.
But she understands. I mean, I think
knows it's a
comedians'
joke.
kids, there should be something done on comedians'
a
kids.
psychological profile?
Well, because they have a different grasp of the world.
Right.
I was at the vet with my kids, and there was this older guy with his cat, and he's talking to the kids. And he goes, you guys want to hear a joke? And they go, okay. So he tells them this joke, and they go, cool. And he goes, oh, you're probably used to your dad telling dad jokes all the time, huh? And my daughter goes, my dad's a professional comedian.
That's a bigger oxytocin spike.
Yeah.
Then I can't
She
wait
was
to
just
spend
like,
time with you.
Keep the street jokes to yourself,
That's
pal.
very
We're getting it freaking off the press. And
We have a famous in our family story of when we went to our friend's house. And they're very sweet, nice people, and they're funny in their way, but not like us. And we ordered a pizza for the family, and the little boy, like their little boy, waddles over, and Natasha goes, "Nope, all of the pizza's for us." And the kid just goes, "Ah!" and just starts crying, and it's like, "Oh, this kid's never experienced sarcasm."
Yeah, totally.
Whereas, like, yeah, our kid is like speaking
Our kid would be like, "Shut up,
sarcasm.
Mom.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking
Oh
pizza."
my God, they know all of it. I took them to the improv the other night. It was only the second time each of them had ever seen me do stand up, and they got to sit up, you know, like on the top of the
Yeah.
stairs and watch.
And it's totally clean and everything.
No.
So you did like
I have a
dirty
running-
jokes?
I have a running joke with my daughter right now where we're around people, and I'll go, "I am so sick of your shit," And she goes, I'm sick of your shit. And people are like, what? And I'm like, it's just a thing we do.
That's very funny. What if you ate it though in front of your kid?
My son was like, Dad, it was so good. He goes, I was watching the audience. They really liked you.
Aw.
And then in the car, my daughter goes, you did call me the B word though. And I go, I know, but you knew that was a joke, right?
You're like, I wonder why my daughter doesn't want to cuddle. Here, honey, sit here. I'm gonna call you a bitch on stage.
She won't let you love on her. She's a bit of a bitch.
Good point.
All right. Well,
let's do some advice. Sorry, Tosh.
Oh yeah, let's take a call.
Guys, the holidays are over. Your psychological crash has just begun. Did you spend too much time with your family? Not enough time with your family? Did they reject you? Did they hug you too much? Get some frickin' therapy. I always say it. Now's the time. There is no downside to finding someone to help you. Whether it's anxiety or stress or depression or anger that you're dealing with, get some frickin' therapy. I know you're saying I can't afford therapy. I can't find a therapist that takes my insurance. Well, that's where Rula comes in. Rula does things differently. They partner with 100 insurance plans, making the average copay, wait for this, wait for it, $15 a session. You can afford that. They find you in-network covered care for most insurance plans. They can find the right therapist for you, and they're committed to seeing you succeed in reaching your therapy goals by making sure their providers are carefully screened and vetted, monitoring the quality of their care, and helping you monitor your progress in therapy. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get affordable, high-quality therapy that's actually covered by your insurance. Visit Rula, RULA.com/honeymoon to get started. And after you sign up, you'll be asked how you heard about them. So please support our show by letting them know we sent you. That's RULA.com/honeymoon. You deserve mental health care that works with you, not against your budget.
Are you starting the year with a wardrobe refresh? If so, may I suggest Quince? Quince has you covered with luxe essentials that feel effortless yet look polished. They're perfect for layering, mixing, building a wardrobe that lasts. Their versatile styles make it easy to reach for them day after day. I was just in Japan and all the women have all these like beautiful little layers and it all looks so cute and warm. And I just love like having like a silk camisole underneath and then I have like a linen dress and then I'll have like maybe a cashmere sweater over that. Like putting all the staples and layering it. It makes me feel like I'm safe. Quince has all the staples covered, from Mongolian cashmere sweaters that feel like designer pieces without the markup to 100% silk tops and skirts for easy dressing up to perfectly cut denim for everyday wear. Their wardrobe essentials are crafted to last season after season. Refresh your wardrobe with Quince. Don't wait. Go to quince.com/honeymoon for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/honeymoon to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/honeymoon. Okay, we're going to call Lauren in Kansas City. We're not going to call her. She's on the line waiting for all of her relationship questions to be solved. Hi, Lauren.
Hello.
How's it going? It's Natasha, Motion, and our friend Jay Larson.
Hi, Lauren.
Okay, what's up?
So my mom is trying to make her husband my stepdad, and I don't particularly love it.
How old are you?
I'll be 29 in February.
February what?
27th.
I'm the 3rd.
Asking the pressing questions, though, Jay. Thank you.
They got married 3.5 years ago, and they didn't know each other for very long either. And my biological father has never really been in the picture. So I'm grateful for his presence, but he has no kids of his own, and he refers to me as his child. And I've told my mom and him, I don't love him throwing around stepdad. And I've said this numerous times, but they just think I'm kind of being ridiculous. And I feel a bit childish fighting about the semantics of it, but it does matter a little bit to me. And honestly, just even reaching out to you guys and kind of writing my question was cathartic, and I'm a bit tired of even fighting them on it. But I don't know if I'm being ridiculous.
Are you really close with your mom?
Yes.
So this is a need for him.
Yeah, they definitely throw around stepdad with a lot of pride.
Can't you just say, can't we just call him Carl?
His name is Justin.
Can't we just call him Justin?
No, I'm thinking you should call him Carl. That could throw him off a little bit. He's trying to call you daughter. Have you play him that song? Don't call me daughter.
I'm not familiar.
You don't.
How would it change your life if she says your stepdad and I are coming to see you, or Justin and I are coming to see you? It's just a little bit of it makes your butt clench.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, my internal child, not to sound like a real woo-woo person, but I just feel
Your wounded child.
repulsed by it.
Hold on. Can
Yeah.
I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
First one, is he good to your mom?
Important. Snap, snap.
He does not work. My mom is like definitely kind of a sugar mama in some ways.
Okay. Does he love
he's
her?
also pretty conservative, which I live in Kansas City, but we're from California, and
You don't like him.
I know I do. I do. He's very cold, and there are times where we butt heads, but there are other times where he softens, and it's nice. But there's been growing pains for sure.
See, you know what's interesting is, by definition, he is your stepdad because he married someone who has a child, right? But we're in a generation and a time now that people don't even want to be called the things that we for hundreds and hundreds of years have identified people as, right? So you do deserve the voice to say, I don't want to be called your stepdaughter and I don't want to call you stepdad. So I would think...
No one says, oh, thanks, stepdad.
Actually, there's
Except in
You're
porn.
wrong. There's some videos.
Stepdad,
But-
can you pass the potatoes?
But I think you're definitely deserving of the idea to not have to consider him in that space. And I think if I was ever in that position, I'd be like, hey, you don't have to consider me your stepdad. I think someone supportive, again, it's about giving that space to be whatever you'd want to be. At the same time, because I think everyone has a role in every situation. If I were you, I would examine it. Like, why am I uncomfortable with him being my stepdad? Do I not respect him? Do I just don't have the space for it? Or am I still hurt from something with my inner child? And then maybe
Which is the best excuse when you tell your mom why to not have him call you stepdad. Keep going.
And I
then
have.
And then maybe, I don't know, do you do any inner child work?
I do.
Yeah, me too. I did a lot of it.
What kind
I
of
loved
inner
it.
child work do you do?
Well, what I would do, I don't know what you did. You can tell us, but if you're comfortable, I took 3 pictures of me as a little kid and I put them on my wall, and then I would go to them and I put my hand on them. I said, you're okay. I'm going to take care of you. You're safe. I love you. And I think you're smart. And I think you have a lot to offer to the world. And I would do that every day.
You're gay?
Yeah, bro. Gay for life, son.
No.
That's why. That's really intense. And did you have an emotional reaction to doing that?
Yes, you start to realize, because for me, with no dad, very similar to you, I felt like I was never worthy. I didn't deserve to be anywhere. Imposter syndrome through the fucking roof. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember at South Beach Comedy Festival, me and you in the pool, and I was like asking you for advice, and you gave me like such great advice, but I could never see myself as worthy of anyone or success.
What kind of advice did I give you?
You were just like, you're going to be fine, Jay. Things are going to work out. But I couldn't see it in myself, because you were always...
That's what you need a wife to say.
Like
to you.
when we met at New Faces, Natasha was always successful and you were like crushing and you were getting work and you just seemed comfortable everywhere you went. And I just always felt like I didn't deserve anything. And so, it might be hard for you from an emotional standpoint if this guy wants to be a father to you and you feel like you don't deserve one because you're still wounded from before. I don't know. I'm saying, ask yourself,
No, for sure.
are you willing
Yeah.
to face yourself to allow something like that to happen? At the same time, are they willing to say, yeah, we're cool with you just calling him Justin? You know what I mean? Like, that might give you the leeway to meet in the middle somewhere to find... Is this not funny enough?
No,
for the
no,
show?
no. It's really interesting.
And I also think, oh, Mom, you don't have to go through the hassle of all the paperwork of him becoming my stepdad.
I
Like,
don't think there's paperwork.
There isn't
on
any
it.
paperwork.
oh, there's- I thought she wanted to like file
She's
it with the
29.
city.
Now, if they a really cool stepdad, if you really the kid really loved him, would say, will would you be okay if I adopted you because I want to be your legal dad? That would
okay.
be.
Maybe that's the solution. You should have him officially adopt you and you'll get more comfortable with it. No, but I think what Jay's saying is actually really interesting. Another person in the world you could imagine would be in this situation and roll their eyes and go, oh my God, yeah, that's Justin. He just insists on calling me his daughter. Whatever, I don't care. But it bothers you in a particular way. Why do you think it's bothering you in that particular way? Is it that he didn't earn it? Is it that your real dad wasn't there and this who's this guy to come in and usurp this relationship? What is it that you feel like bothers you so much?
I think it's familiar altogether. I rarely ever saw my dad. And my mom just had a lot of bad relationships, and she did this pretty quick and pretty often with different men. Like,
Yeah.
here's this new guy, and he's now your stepdad, and
Keep your
then they're
spidey
gone.
sense up.
Can I ask 2 other questions
Yeah.
that might be a little personal? So if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to answer them. Do you live at home?
No.
You live on your own. Perfect. Well, I mean,
Yes.
that could be a thing, especially when you mention that he doesn't work. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think the kids are like, wait a minute, he's getting a free ride, but I can't. I'm out here working my butt off. I work on my own. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, this
Yeah.
guy comes in. There's a different relationship there, especially when you're close and you didn't have a dad. Just same thing here. My mom never dated any other human after my dad. So it was just my mom. But like, you know, there could be a part of it that you're like, why is this guy getting a free ride? I don't get my mom as much anymore. Now you got him. You don't have to do anything. And you're defensive for your mom because she had a lot of bad dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, think about their child. That's exactly what their child's going to think. My mom married this fucking loser. And
Whoa, wait a second.
I'm just kidding,
I said you were
Moshe.
emotionally involved. I said you were a great dad. A real catch is what I said.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I hope that's helpful.
What?
Yeah,
I'm.
super helpful.
What have we? I feel like we haven't gotten to the part where we make a suggestion.
What are you going to do?
I don't think there's anything I can do. I've told her loudly and calmly and directly numerous times, but she thinks I should be honored that he wants to call me that. And in some ways I get it. So I think the work has to be done.
I have an
internally.
idea. This would be very hard to do, but if you could tell them both when they're together.
Yeah, they're really stubborn people.
So you've expressed your
Yeah.
boundary, and they have implicitly said we aren't going to respect that boundary. Is that right?
Yeah, I come from a pretty boundaryless family, and that's just
So in other words, there's nothing that you can do about this. Like you don't
yes,
have
and that's
the
what I'm
power.
kind of just trying to accept. I've got to make peace internally.
Well, there's
she can keep calling him Justin.
definitely
Or Carl. I think that's a
Carl
really
would be
funny
good.
thing to do. I think if you start calling, like, oh, I'm just going to call you Carl because you're calling me, you know.
You're not exactly my stepdad, but you're more than Justin.
Yeah.
What's a name you might like?
The truth is, unless you want to like make a firmer boundary where you're like, if you don't stop calling me that, I'm going to take you slowly out of my life, which it doesn't sound like that's true for you. Then you can't, if that's not something you're wanting to do, then you can't do anything about what they do. That's their story. And you got to imagine there's some weird thing in Justin's life that's causing him to over familiarize himself with somebody that's saying, hey, I don't feel comfortable when you do that. And he's like, well, I'm going to do that anyway. That's serving some emotional need for him and your mom that isn't your problem or your story. That's their story.
Yeah.
And all you can do is kind of like work on your own story, which is like, that's not my stepdad. That's my mom's husband. He insists on being this emotionally intimate person with me that I don't feel. And you can just work on setting your boundaries for yourself. I think keep calling him Justin and work. I think, unfortunately, it's about working on acceptance that they are emotionally boundaryless and they will continue to be more intimate with you than you will ever feel towards him. And then you just move on. There's nothing else to do.
Amen, dude. That was well said.
Well,
All right. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. Before I
Truly.
let you go, would you call me Dad?
Stepdad.
No, you don't have to.
Stepdad.
Stepdad. Oh,
Okay.
stepdad.
SD.
All right, good luck.
And here's one more thing. I'm flattered that he wants to call me stepdad, but because of the inner work that I'm doing,
Oh, that is great language, honey.
I'm going to call him Justin, mama.
But also Justin. Oh, Justin, I'm flattered. Saying it like that is so devastating that maybe he'll get the point eventually. Oh, thanks. I'm flattered.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, that's wild that people would enforce that. My stepdad never did anything like that to me, ever. And that is the reason that I love him and consider him like a parental figure.
That's true.
He was so respectful of the boundary of not being my father that I was able to.
Did he talk positively about your dad?
He certainly never spoke negatively.
But he
about
certainly
it.
didn't try to compete with affection.
Yeah.
And like you still were able to have a very strong connection with your dad probably because of that.
It just he never stepped in and was like, now I'm here and things are going to change. He was just like, nope, I'm with your mom and I'll be here for what you want. I'll buy you pet cockroaches if you want, but I'm never going to like be an authority figure to you, because he recognized the inappropriateness of it. It's weird to be like Justin to a 29-year-old, like my daughter. It's like, bitch, I'm 30.
And actions speak louder than words.
Right.
If you are going to be a stepdad, show maybe the actions aren't enough for her to accept, and you would just do the actions unselfishly because you wanted to do them for your partner's child, and then hopefully it builds to a point where she's like, hey, I'd like to call you my, I don't know.
But it's also, let's be real. At 29, the ship has sailed. You don't need a dad.
I don't know if that's true.
I do. I certainly don't want some new, oh God, finally, I'm 30.
You're right.
The dad I never had. It's like, no, I'm a grown up and I dealt with the fact that my dad wasn't around. I can love you as my mother's husband.
Here's what I predict. I think if I had to diagnose this, he is letting the mom pay for everything. He's sort of like, a sponge. And he thinks if he tells the mom, I want to adopt her, it'll make the mom think that he's really serious about her, even though he's like living off of her money.
Oh, you're thinking Justin's
Fucking
not a stepdad, but a con man.
Yeah, no, not a con man. It's all subtle. But he's like, oh, no, I want her. She never had a dad.
Overly
I'm the
insinuating
hero.
his permanence.
Because he has to do something because he's not contributing to the household.
Yeah.
That's what I think. So she's right. Fuck
All
that
right.
guy.
Well, what should we do now? Do we have? Let's do 2 secrets and then we'll call it a day.
Listen, I love spending money, but I hate wasting money. That's right. I hate wasting my money on stupid subscriptions. I forgot that I paid 2 years for and didn't set an alarm to cancel it. And then I wanted to read that one story in my email. And then I joined the New Yorker for 2 years and then I forgot. And now it's been 5 years and I've never opened it and I can't remember my password. Anyway, if you want to stop getting these unwanted subscriptions, you might need Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money tracks subscriptions and has the ability to cancel within the app with a few taps, saving time and avoiding charges. You can also set budgets, goals, you can get personalized insights and regular reports, and receive real-time alerts for large transactions, upcoming bills, refunds, and low balances. So let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/honeymoon. That's rocketmoney.com/honeymoon. rocketmoney.com/honeymoon.
Hey, remember the pandemic when we all pretended we wanted to become bakers and then the pandemic ended, or did it? And we all realized that we didn't actually want to bake because we had jobs? That's where Wild Grain comes in. It's the first Bake from Frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas. Plus, all items are conveniently baked in 25 minutes or less. And unlike many store-bought options, Wild Grain uses simple ingredients you can pronounce and a slow fermentation process that can be easier on your belly and richer in nutrients and antioxidants. There's no preservatives and no shortcuts. Remember when we called the belly the stomach? We're not doing that anymore. Wild Grain's boxes are fully customizable. In addition to their variety box, they've got a gluten-free box, a vegan box, and a new protein box. There's nothing like having an artisan bakery in your freezer to chase away the winter blues. Now's the best time to stay in and enjoy comforting homemade meals with Wild Grain. I recommend giving it a try. Right now, Wild Grain is offering our listeners $30 off their first box, plus free croissants for life. I'm reading that in real time, and I don't even understand how that works. free croissants for life? For life? Just go to wildgrain.com/honeymoon to start your subscription today. That's $30 off your box and free croissant for life. For life? When you visit wildgrain.com/honeymoon, or you can use the promo code honeymoon at checkout.
Hi, Moshe and Tasha. I'm on my way to help my mother-in-law with a party that she's planning. And I made some cookies for it, which was like really nice of me, I think, even though she told me that I shouldn't bring anything. But as I was like heading out the door and trying to wrap them up, one fell on the floor. But like it would have looked weird if I omitted that cookie, like based on how I had them plated. So I just put it back on the plate, and I'm headed over there now. I feed my daughter food off the floor, so I feel like it's not that big of a deal. And I just recently had cleaned some, so I wasn't that worried about it. But I just feel like I needed to tell someone. Okay, love you guys.
Whoa, that was dark.
This reminds me of what we did the other day.
Much darker than I thought it was going to be.
You think?
No, he's
No.
kidding.
I know.
Wait, Moshe, this reminds me of what we did the other day. We were bringing someone food to the hospital who's related to you.
Yeah?
And
Oh, right.
and the food, I was boiling
We were-
tortellini, and I couldn't find the strainer, so I was just straining it with the pot, and it all fell in the dirty sink. But then we
But I
had
was
to
bringing
go to
my mom, my hungry mom and stepdad food at the hospital.
So I washed the tortellini mixed with the dirty
What are you
totally
doing?
fine.
You
sink
doing it?
stuff,
Yeah, of
and then
course.
put red sauce. The red sauce was clean.
Yeah, I think it's all fine.
What if you spilled the red sauce? Could you?
If I
pick it
ate
up
that,
and-
I would gag. If someone told me after I was eating it that it had fallen in the dirty
It's sink
sink,
tortellini, baby. It's an Italian classic.
it's like puttanesca, right?
That's right.
Do you have your kids eat food off the floor?
No. Do I have my child eat food off the
I
floor?
don't mean deliberately. Do you have like 5-second rule or 8-second
Yeah,
rule?
we do 5-second rule.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
We also do Thanksgiving dinner on the floor.
I love it.
Yeah. In the doit. All right, one more. Let's make it a juicier one.
Hi, I just wanted to say I'm driving home from work, and I realized I put a tampon in
There we go.
like 12 hours ago. I'm sitting in LA traffic, and I just pulled out my tampon in my car, and I threw it out the window.
Oh, come on. I was so on board until then.
Okay, love the show. Bye.
That's juicier than I thought it was going to be.
Well, we don't know that to be true.
Do you know I was
Oh, it might not be
47?
juicy.
If it was juicy or not.
Do you know I was 47 when I learned you're not supposed to flush your tampons down the toilet?
Yes.
I don't even use tampons, and
And you
every
know that?
restaurant I've gone to, the restaurant's like, don't flush feminine.
Well, I don't know
That
what
is a
happened.
wonderful point that I've
I
never
thought they
thought
meant
of.
maxi pads.
I've heard this before,
Got
but
it.
Jay's not wrong. There are literally signs in every. I mean, it's saying don't do this.
I
All
thought
right.
it meant the maxi pads.
So it's hard for me to even comment on this because I've never had to experience this. So let me ask you:
Jay, don't you dare.
Is 12 hours max? Are you maxed out at that? Like, could she not wait
I
till
could
she
see it
gets
getting
home?
like dry and it would be like really uncomfortable.
I get that.
Or it could be like wet and goopy and you
Are
need
you
to get
soaked
it
up?
out.
You're soaked up at that point.
I
you
just
could
don't,
be-
I don't litter. Like at all. Like
You don't litter.
nothing.
Period. But she does litter. Period.
Woo! We got puns in the house.
Now, what
today.
I would do is I would put it in a old Starbucks cup.
Yeah.
I
Why are you
would-
throwing it out into the wild?
I would wrap it in anything I could find that wasn't clothing, if possible.
You know what's fucked up about this is LA that she's
a
talking
chip
about.
bag
Yeah.
you could
We
do.
have mountain lions. So she's literally just attracting mountain lions who are going to think that there's a fresh kill.
out to the freeways.
And
yeah.
they come to the freeway. They think there's a fresh kill. They realize it's just a dried up old tampon and then get immediately run over by a semi.
Yeah.
Sucks.
All right. Well, Jay, you've been a great guest. We love you.
I love you guys.
are
Thanks for having
such
me.
a great guy, and you're so funny. You're a great father. I bet you're a great director.
And you are a great director. I've
And
seen
you're a
your
great
work.
comedian.
And a great comedian.
you.
Where can
Thanks.
people find you to see that comedy?
Just go to jlarsoncomedy.com. Everything's there. All links to my social and dates and
How often
everything.
you check in those DMs?
That's a great question.
I check my DMs pretty regularly.
They're going to be fucking flooded after this episode comes out.
Flood them. I'm open.
Yeah, he's open. He's good. He's a nice guy. And he's only got 14 kids.
All right. Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, guys.